Welcome in to the latest edition of PDL Weekly. My name's Nicholas Moe, and I'm very pleased to be joined again by Ryan Brooks, the Senior Director of the PDL. Ryan, first of all, great weekend of action in MLS, some landmarks for young PDL players who are just breaking into the pro ranks, particularly Dylan Powers, getting his first goal for the Colorado Rapids, and it was a heck of a goal too.
Yeah, great.
What does it mean? I'm sure it's got to be a big thrill for you to see guys like that going on, and I'm sure it's a big thrill for all of the fans down in Austin to see him score such a memorable goal as his first in MLS.
Yeah, I just saw the goal that Dylan scored. It was an unbelievable strike. He got it from the wing, took it on a half volley, struck it. The goal couldn't have been better. I saw the celebration. Couldn't have been more excited. I mean, he's kissing the crest, and it was a very good moment for him.
We had some other PDL standouts as well. Star Eric Avila getting the game-winning goal in what proved to be the game-winning goal for Chivas USA, and then three former PDL players named to the MLS Team of the Week, with Graham Zusi, Chance Myers from Sporting Kansas City, and then Bobby Burling as well. So a very nice week overall for the alumni as far as at the next level.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Avila, he scored on a full volley, taken out from the flank, and it was a beautiful goal. So it was really exciting for him to get his first goal and the game winner, and also for Graham Zusi to go 70, 80 minutes against the Mexico in Mexico City previous week, and so he's been doing well. And the guys for the Team of the Week, I mean, it couldn't be better as far as their development going from the PDL to the MLS. Seem to be doing quite well.
Now, in the PDL, we've got some signings coming in. We've got some names that are out there. And the Sounders U23s, they went to the national semi-finals last year. They won the Northwest Division, very tough division. And they seem to be reloading their squad very nicely. We had a feature story on Darwin Jones, who I think is a kid that everyone should be watching this summer to see what he can do for them as they not only try to defend their title, but also enter the US Open Cup for the first time.
Yeah, I think Darwin is a great example. He was with a community college. He was then going to go to University of Washington, dealt with a little bit of injuries, and then was able to play with and train with the first team for the Seattle Sounders. So maybe a little bit of blessing in disguise for him. So he was able to train day in and day out, instead of the plan was to go to Washington. It didn't necessarily happen, and now he's doing some good things, training with the first team, and hopefully he does well in this coming up season with the PDL.
Another name that came out last week was Luca Baldin, who I know a little bit from the University of South Florida. Very excited to see how he does up there. He's a very good, talented midfielder. Born in Brazil, developed a little bit in Mexico before coming to USF, so I'm excited to see how he fares up there. As far as elsewhere, Reading United bringing in one of the top MLS prospects for next year's MLS Superdraft in Steven Neumann. It's going to be his third season with the club. He had a great fall last year with Georgetown, helping them get to the Final Four, and now they've named him club captain. So a big summer of expectation for him before he heads back for his senior year with the Hoyas.
Yeah. I mean, I know the Georgetown coaches. Brian Gill. I'm good friends with him, and they were very excited to make sure that he's coming back for his senior year. They were quite excited about that, and then for him to be named captain for the Reading United team was a great honor for him, and hopefully does some really good things down at Reading.
That'll be a team that's in the Open Cup again this year, and for Reading, they seem to be a perennial playoff team. Obviously, the affiliation with the Philadelphia Union helps attract players, but it's going to be the number of players that we're now seeing who have Reading ties, Raymond Gaddis, playing for the Union, and other guys now playing in MLS. It's great for Art Auchenbach and the entire organization back up there. As far as what they provide to the league, as far as having that affiliation, that partnership, how big is that for the league overall?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing. You have the Chicago Fire, you have the Seattle Sounders. They have affiliations with PDL teams. I know Chicago has a Super 20 team. So what they're doing is they're taking their 18s, and the best players from the 18s are then going to go to the Super 20s, and then the PDL, and then they have the true pyramid going on with the top MLS, then down to
the U23 with the PDL.
Exactly. And so, that as far as their development, I think the MLS teams are really doing it right. And, even the affiliations, you have Reading the Philadelphia Union, and I think that's using their resources is going to help Reading in the future.
The Timbers U23s and Vancouver Whitecaps also using this to their advantage. We've seen guys go from both of those squads and sign homegrown contracts, so that's been great to see. As far as that, I think that's all for this week of USL PDL Weekly. Thanks very much for joining us, and hope you'll join us again this time next week.